love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always
Namaste friends. So this is Panda lesson 4. Okay, and this is called analyzing data. We have seen data frames, we have seen the series, we have seen how to actually read the CSV, we have seen how to read a JSON. We also created a file. I showed you how to create a file in Anaconda and save it and then call it, right? So once we have all the data, what are the next thing that you do? You actually analyze the data, you cleanse the data. So you do a bunch of things which is needed for data analysis. Okay, so you collect the data and then you actually arrange it in a proper manner. So then only you can actually analyze it, and then you clean the data so that like the data is neat. Okay, before doing analysis. So these are some of the basic things we always keep doing. So this everybody has to do. Okay, if you're in the field of data analysis, you have to do this. There is no excuse. So let's see how we are actually doing. So one of the most used method for getting a quick view in the data frame is called the head. Okay, remember head and tail. So the head is the upper part of the body, the tail is the lower part of the body. So the head method returns the headers and specific number of rows starting from the top. That is why I said the upper part of the body and the tail is the lower part of the body. Now let's actually see. We already created a data.csv in our previous lecture. The file has already been created. So let's not go there, but let's actually take this and I say read it and then this thing and then give me the first 10 of this. Okay, so let's see what is coming. See, the first 10 is this because it starts from 0 to 9. So this is the head. So if I say tail, it will be the tail. Okay, yeah, I think it's the same command, but let's see. The difference here is I didn't specify 10. I just gave a value. So that is why it gave me only 5. Okay. Now the tail is basically, it gives the lower part of the body as I told you. So since I'm not giving any command inside, I only say tail. You must be understanding like it only gives me the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a 5. Whereas if I say 10, it's not a tail per se because I think I only have 10 records. So this is the lower part and this fits the bill. Okay. Now say suppose if I have 500 and I say the tail of 10, it is going to give me from 490 or 491 to 500. Okay. It gives me like that. But in this case I only have 10. So which means 50-50. So the lower part is from the 5. The upper part is from the 0. Now, if you want info on any kind of a data frame, the command that would actually use is df.info. Okay, just very simple, plain English, df.info. This is the command that you use. And what you would get is, okay, it's a class as a Panda core. Okay, we have 0 to 9. This is the number of column. Forget the duration. These are not nulls. This is an object type. And this is a data frame. So this is how we actually read it. Okay, the info. All right. Now null values, we do have how many non-null values? Now say suppose a null value is, we have a first name, we have a last name, we have a state and a zip code. So the first name mine is Prasannan Krishna Sharma. Now imagine in my first name I don't enter Prasannan and then the last name I only enter Krishna Sharma. The first name becomes null and this is called a null value. And similarly, it can actually happen for the state, the zip code, any column which has no data entry is called a null value, not a 0, no data entry. Okay, so the non-null is anything which has a data. Okay, so this is what is actually needed. The empty values, don't worry about this thing what I've given, just go with what I've actually said. So the empty values or null cases can be bad when analyzing the data, and we should consider removing them with empty values, because as I told you, the data has to be cleansed or cleaned. This is towards the cleaning of the data, and we'll learn more in the next chapter. All right. I trust I made this short and crisp and interesting. If you have any questions, kindly contact me. But we are really getting into the real meat and potato, and I'm super excited. Okay, till we see next time, take care, cheers, and thanks for giving me a time.